Hi, thank you for joining us. I'm Sandy Neumann, team owner of Chad and Sandy Real Estate Group, and I am here today with Rachel Landin, the top agent on our team and our listing specialist, and we're going to talk about her story and her experience before and her experience on the team here at Chad and Sandy and how she took off so fast. Let's go back to the beginning. So tell me about, why did you get into real estate in the first place?
Oh, Lord. Okay. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I have older children and an 8-year-old. My youngest in the older set is 22. So 22 and 8. And my husband and I decided to sell everything we own, travel in an RV, and have that kind of lifestyle. And then when we came back, life was just different and I needed to get a job. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? My husband used to be a builder, so he recommended we do real estate. I got my license because a family friend encouraged me to do it. She had asked me to help her as a TC, and she was like, Rachel, you are not a TC. So she said, but you would be an amazing agent, so I suggest you take the test and get your license, and don't give up for 3 years. That was her advice to me. So That's how it started and how I got into real estate.
Okay. Then after you got into real estate, what situation did you find yourself in?
Well, I thought that I was going to make a ton of money. Everybody, I remember working at the TC position, and there was a girl in there, they were writing that one of the TCs was showing me, she's writing the check for $100,000. And she's like, I thought I put too many zeros. And I'm like, and then she goes, I realized I didn't. And I'm freaking out, like I'm in the wrong position. I need to be an agent. So I just automatically thought that I was going to make a lot of money. And my first year, I made $10,000, and I probably spent $6,000. So I made $4,000. So I was just disappointed and realized it's a lot more work than I thought.
Okay. What other immediate challenges or frustrations did you have in real estate besides the money?
I think understanding the contract process, and, I am the type of person, if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, then I have a hard time delivering that, because if I'm confident, I'm confident because I do know what I'm doing. So it was difficult for me that I didn't understand a lot of it, and there wasn't really people who had time to help. It seemed like everybody else was on their independent track, and you'd ask for advice and they'd give you a little piece, but not all that you needed. So I felt that was an issue. Then understanding time frames, I lost someone's binder. That was devastating to me. And I just wanted to give up. And then also I felt like every transaction I had was difficult. Like I had one that had 7 sellers and having to get their signatures and having to deal with the people, and one didn't agree. And it seemed like a lot of work for a little money. So I just felt frustrated.
Good. So tell them how you first connected with me and our company, and what were your initial thoughts?
Well, so those people who know me know that I am a woman of faith, and I trust and believe. And I was asking God, why is this so hard? And I had asked him to make me an expert. So I felt like I got every possible scenario that could be difficult. And that was, hard for me, because then the second year I worked my butt off on so many deals, and a lot of them just didn't come to fruition. They didn't get to the closing table. And I was just like, why? So I basically just said, God, I need a place that can take my skills and make it into money, because I felt like I had something to offer, but I didn't feel like anybody saw it but me. And so when I prayed this one day and I said, God, I need a new start. I need a place that's going to see that in me and help me to get where I need to be. And I got a text from Chad and Sandy that same day. And it was, ironically enough, for a TC position, which I cracked up laughing, because I called my husband and I'm like, this is not it. He said, if you pray and you ask and you get a text, you follow it. So I called Sandy right away. I said, listen, I don't think I'm a TC, but I would love to come and talk to you and just discuss what could possibly be. And she said, sure, come right now. And I did. And we met that day. That was an awesome day.
Awesome. So what were some of the things in our conversation how did you know it was the right fit?
I felt that you listened to me, and I felt that you understood who I was, and what I wanted to accomplish. And I felt like we were able to, you basically listened, and said, I said, I want to make money. I want to make at least $100,000. And you said, let's partner, let's work together, and let's make money. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
And that's exactly what you've done. How have you grown so far? You've been here about, less than a year, but been through a lot of experiences. How would you say you've grown as an agent?
I think as an agent, I have grown in knowledge, definitely. I have done so many transactions. I think you challenged me in the beginning to go deeper than I've ever gone. Like, I think I was kind of working surface level, and I decided if real estate didn't work this time, I was going to get a career somewhere. I felt that I had something to offer, but I wasn't sure that I could do it. And I felt like you were able to pull out the things in me that you saw and put me on the right path. And I feel like you've trusted me to do the deals, to do the transactions, and you've helped me every step of the way. Like, I don't feel like I've ever been alone in this. And that was huge.
Let's talk about your first, let's say, 3 to 4 months. So adapting to our team model and doing things to taking off to massive success. Tell me about that.
So I think when I first came here, it was a very different environment. Before, I felt like in other brokerages, you're kind of trying to do your own thing. You have your own time. There's not really a it's very self-motivating. You have to be self-motivated in other places. I feel like here it is run like a business, and that's what makes it successful. And I think that when you get up every day and you're consistent and you make the calls and you talk to people and you follow up, the fortune is in the follow-up, and we've been told that our whole lives. Mm-hmm. But I don't think people realize there's a time on that. And when I realized that you guys were expecting excellence and that there was going to be a reward for that, mm-hmm. I was able to put my head down, figure out how I work well, mm-hmm. to actually get done what I need to get done, and actually closed the deals. Mm-hmm. So I think I did 9 deals in 2 months. So the first 2 months I was getting my pipeline together, figuring out how to do it. I was disappointed I didn't get anything. I was so disappointed, but I didn't give up. I remember one time when I called you and I said, I got my 30 calls, and you're like, nope, it's 40. I'm sorry, you're not going to be allowed to be on lead shift this week. And I was like, what? I was so disappointed. It was 7:00. You had to turn it in by 9. And I said, I'm going to do this. So I got my list. I went in my garage that's hot as heck, sat in a chair, and I made those calls, got my 10 contacts, and it was a miracle. And one of those contacts I still have that deal going right now. It's a new build.
Wow.
So that's 10 months later. We're still in process. And that was from those calls that I made in that last minute.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's probably a team record too, to put together 9 deals in the first 90 to 100 days. Was definitely a record for our team, but that's an example of what's possible.
Yes.
And how was that compared to, how many deals did you do before?
Well, I had a partner, my best friend. We worked together. I think we did 8 deals together, but then we split all of that. And, I think the year before that, I had done 2 deals. So I think I'd done 10 total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so to do 9.
What does your pipeline look like now?
It's incredible. I mean, I am spinning plates, but I love my job. I get up every day with joy in my heart to go out and help people. I feel that what we offer sellers is more than anybody can offer, because we work together as a team. We never drop the ball. I feel like the ball is always being passed delicately, and we don't just get listings, we get them to the closing table. We don't just get buyers, we get them to the closing table. And there's a lot of steps to that process. And I feel like Chad and Sandy know how to get it done.
Awesome. Thank you. Who in your mind is an ideal fit for this team? Like what if you're talking to an agent, who would you say this is where you belong to?
So I think someone who is high energy, very relational. This is a relationship business, and you have to have empathy, compassion, but also be strong. And I think that someone who is looking for a career opportunity. I think the shift between where I used to be and where I am now is that I'm no longer chasing a dollar. I'm actually making a dollar. So to me, that is huge. Like I've never been a provider for my family. And in this season, I needed to be that person along with my husband so that we could redeem ourselves from, a place that we were. And I came here with that in mind, and that's exactly what we did together. And I think that if you want a career opportunity, if you want to get up every day, get dressed, love what you do, and make money, then this is where you need to come.
What would you say to someone that is concerned about splits? And it's no secret we do 50-50 split on the buy side when people come in as a buyer's agent. What would you say to an experienced agent that is hesitant to join us because of the splits?
Well, I would say the sheer volume alone, you don't even recognize the splits. You don't even feel it, see it, know it. I mean, you're not alone in this. It's not just you managing everything. It's all of us working together to get a deal done. It is literally teamwork, and what you're splitting, you would be paying for anyways. Mm-hmm. So I just think that it's an excellent opportunity to make money. If you are in a position where you're only working part-time and you're not making what you want to make and you want a career, like to me, I feed off of people's energy. I like that. I want something to do. I don't want to sit around and think about what I could do. I like to work with people. So I think that if there's someone out there who likes what they do, they're good at what they do, they want to be rewarded for what they do, then come work with us. I would love to work with you. We need some list agents because we've got the volume. So that's what I'd say.
So finally, what would you say to someone who was in your shoes where you were, who's currently thinking about switching brokerages or just exploring, see what's out there?
I would say you have nothing to lose. If you are wanting to make money and be a part of something, then this is where it's at. It's a ground floor opportunity. I feel like we're about to explode even bigger in Jacksonville. I love this city, and I feel like if you love this city and you love your customers and people, then you need to be here. This is where it's at.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. This was a wonderful chance for us to get to talk, and very, very proud of you and all your success, and thanks for all you do for our team.
Thank you.